David Corson, Hump Day Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. Oh, about 10 to 7. Just up here at the house and looking at all the sod. And they got everything done. That's where the pool's going to go. That's the back. And we're just finishing up. Got some plants to put in. And it's just looking really, really good. Let me step in the sun and get some vitamin D while I talk to you. Hope everybody had a great hump day as you go into your Wednesday night. And oh man, that sun feels good, man. And just a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. And just been an awesome day. Had to come up and get up here and help with the sprinklers. They're having some issues, and got my Wi-Fi installed. Probably needs a booster. But in any event, just a really busy day, getting stuff done, and looking forward to going home and getting some time and getting some sleep, and then getting ready for the weekend. I got tomorrow, and I got Friday, and this Memorial Day weekend, and then get rolling. So, but you got to get this place finished. That's for sure. But it's almost done. It's just appliances are in, and now got to get everything done, get the house clean, and then we can start moving. I want to get my inspection done, get my certificate, start moving stuff up here, and we got to have that other house ready by the 16th. Our clothes got moved back a couple days. Someone was traveling. Anyway, I said, hey, no big deal. So, and I got to get a couple other things and got to get packed up. So, all in all, but they did a great job on the sod. I mean, it's just beautiful. And just having a little issue with the Wi-Fi heads on the sprinklers, but my irrigation guy, he's figuring it out, and we'll get them rolling tomorrow. So that's what happens, man. When you do something new, you got to figure it out. Call tech. We were on the phone with a guy from Minnesota, and he's like, "Yeah, you can't have 16 heads on one. You got to go 8 and 8." And when in doubt, here's the thing: when in doubt, if you're ever doing something you've never done before, and call the freaking company, and just make sure you're on the same page, and installation will go so much quicker than trying to wing it. And that's what my irrigation guy did. He tried to wing it. I like him, but if he would have just called, he could have saved himself a lot of headache. And now he's got to come back up here and figure things out. He was here all day. I feel bad for him, but I told him, Irrigreen, it's on every one of their heads. Irrigreen.com. Check it out. I put these heads in because they save 50% water off your bill. So anyway, if you don't know, ask. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't care what you're doing. You don't know, ask, and then you know where you're standing or what you know. It's don't wing it if you don't have to. Save yourself a lot of trouble. It's like in construction: measure twice, cut once. Measure 3 times, cut once. Just make sure. All right, you don't want to waste lumber or whatever you're cutting. So, but in any event, that's what Hey, here's what I'm thinking. It's been a great day. I'm going home. And I want to go for my trek, and then take a shower, watch who's playing tonight. Edmonton and Dallas. It's game 1 of the Western Conference Finals in the NHL, and it should be a great game. So I want to catch some of that puck, and get ready. I've got a really busy day tomorrow, and then Friday's got to kind of be a wash. I'm getting my fence lumber delivered. And I'm going to put my fence in on Friday afternoon, or start it, put the posts up here all along the back here, and then down. And then on Saturday, I'm going to come in and put the wood in and the chicken wire. They call it pig slough. And assemble it, and that fence is done. So the dogs will be safe. And I'm actually putting an extra foot up on the fence, because back here there's coyotes. Back here, and they can jump the fence. We don't want them coming and getting our dogs for a little appetizer. So I'm going to come out here and be packing at night, and have the lights out here, so nothing happens. But and then, hey, here's what I'm thinking for May 21st, 2025, and the word of the day is realistic. Yeah, realistic. That is just an awesome word. Business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing in a 24-hour period. Be realistic, and that's just basically knowing where you stand and what everything entails, and it's reality, realistic, and it's such a good word. On the athletic field, you got to know what your limitations are. You got to be realistic on how good you are, and how good your team is, and what they're good at and what they're not, and you practice on the things that you're not, but you always want to maintain your high level of quality on things that they be realistic about what you can do, and then you got to execute. But once again, being realistic, it's an action thing. It's a connector word. Once again, to be realistic, you got to take action. You got to find out how good you are, what you have to learn, what you don't know, what you do know. You got to be improving every day. When new things come, you got to make sure that you add that to your mindset. Put it up on the shelf and all that stuff. Realistic. You got to be realistic. You're not going to win all the games. Very, very. I've been on one team my whole life that went undefeated, down here in the AAA Hockey League one year, and I blew my knee out, my first ACL, and I told my wife, I'm not having surgery, I'm not doing it, I'm playing in that championship game on one leg, because I know we're going to beat that team, and sure enough, we did, and I'm raising that cup, man. It was like raising the Stanley Cup to me. Never been on an undefeated team, 21 games, and there was some good hockey out there. A couple of them were very, very close. So, but I'm realistic. When I had knee surgery, they told me not a year of rehab. To stretch the new rubber band when they put 2 screws in a piece of your hamstring in there, or your patella, depending on where the tendon is that they take it from. Hey, you got to stretch that rubber band out. It's not the surgery, it's the rehab. And you got to be realistic. You know your body. When you're... So I had surgery in April. I was at the top of Vail Mountain in December. 8 months later, skiing with a brace. Probably pushed a little, but man, I worked my tail off to get it. The second time I had it done, I was 12 years older, and you don't heal as old. As you get older, you don't heal as quick. Things. It's just as you get older, things aren't as easy. And when I blew my second one out, man, I couldn't get my legs straight, and I was like, babe, my legs. And she goes, hey, you're not 20 anymore, and so you got to be realistic. So in being realistic in athletics is so important. In business, you have to be realistic. What are your goals? Are they obtainable? Is your product everything that you say it is? Do you know everything about the industry you need? Do you know everything that your company does? I'm talking about everything. I don't care what your title is. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. And the more realistic you are about obtaining your goals and crossing the finish line and all that stuff, it's so important in business. Because if you're not realistic in your goals and you make them too tough so you can't cross them off your to-do list, you're just wasting your time. So being realistic on things, knowing where you stand, what level you have to be at to get there and cross the finish line, that is just so important in business. And like I said, only you can decide that. And that's just from my learning and doing and knowing that stuff. Relationships. Hey, you got to be realistic. There's 8 billion people on the planet. If you go out with someone and you find out, hey man, this isn't the person for me, or I'm not ready to go to that next level, or whatever it is, you got to be honest, but you got to be realistic with yourself. WIIFM, what's in it for me? All right, and you got to have that. You have to have that mentality, because if it doesn't benefit you in a relationship and it's not going what you think it is, get rid of it. Move on, because it's very, very tough if things aren't going your way, and you'll have a gut feeling. Trust your gut. But be realistic in relationships. And it's not just personal. Remember, relationships, it could be anybody you interact with during the day, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, partner, kids, pets, whatever. Communicate. Keep things simple. Be flexible. Negotiable. Stick a sock in your mouth and listen for your ears. That's why you have them. All right? Don't make mountains out of molehills. But most important, be realistic and keep things simple. And you'll have a much better day. And remember, it's your responsibility to make positives out of negatives. And you always want to start out on a positive in the morning, making your bed, and you want to start the end of the day when you finish your day on a positive note too. Even if it's not beautiful like it is right now, you're just that much better off. And then sleep. You got to be realistic. How am I going to get 6 to 6.5 hours? That's what I want to get every night. So I've got to get in that routine, flossing my teeth, brushing my teeth, getting, unplugging. My body knows, and it's realistic. Hey, man, I worked my tail off, and now I'm going to get some good rest, and I'm going to kick tail tomorrow because I know I'm going to do it. But my body's realistic because it knows what I'm doing. I'm not doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning and expect to get 2 hours and then have a killer day. I mean, you're just pushing the limits. You got to be realistic. And as you get older, your body needs rest. You just got to have to do it. When I was younger, I could go 24 hours and then, not sleep. Not now. Your body needs rest. And trust me, you take care of your body, be realistic about your body, it'll last as long as you're breathing. All right? So, hey, listen, that's from the heart. Take it to the bank, put up here in your knowledge vault, use it for whenever you need it. And when you're having a downer day and things aren't going your way and the ball's not bouncing your way and the puck's whatever, think about being realistic. Dig deep and then change your thought and get things done. And you can, change that negativity into a positive. All right? And if you work on being realistic every day, every week, every month, for the remainder of the year, all the way to December 31st, you will see a change in yourself. Your mind will see a change in yourself, your coworkers, your spouse, your husband, your wife, your kids, your pets, your teammates. Heck, you'll look in the mirror and you'll see a change in yourself. But you have to be consistent and you have to collect data. And you should do this right in the phone that you're connected to. All right? And if you do it every day, even if you miss a day, you got to put that data point in there, and you'll have about 7.5 months of data on yourself, and you'll remember every day. I'm addicted. I got to do this every day. It's kind of like a self-check thing. And you'll just, you can't do it for a couple of weeks and think you're going to change your life. If you want to, if you're looking to change your life or improve on something or learn something new, you can't do it overnight. You can't do it. You got to do it consistently for a long time. And you got to have data so you can look at and see what you do good, what you don't do. That's what being realistic is. All right. So appreciate you all out there. Have a great rest of your hump day. Enjoy your Wednesday evening. You got Thursday, and then the holiday weekend starts on Friday. So be safe, take action, realistic.